On this channel, I've covered a lot of stuff recently. Zach Bagans, drama with lots of different people in the paranormal. Drama with, well, you know, what really started this was the Conjuring house, wasn't it, really? And it all went from 100 mile an hour suddenly just to zero. And I didn't see that coming whatsoever. I truly thought that this was going to become, you know, an ongoing palaver, an ongoing spectacle that was just never going to end, because it didn't seem as if anything was ever going to end. And when you thought it was dying down, something crazy and out of the blue completely would happen, right? And you know, it's a really interesting story because there are so many twists and turns and victims, and you know, ultimately Jacqueline Núñez, to a degree, is also a victim in this. If you kind of put away and aside everything that she's done, I think ultimately she is a victim of her own, you know, business practices to a degree, and her own actions, which it's unfortunately crippled one of the biggest haunted houses in the world. And it's a shame to see, but the Providence Journal uploaded a recent article, and it was really interesting, and I've only just seen it now when I was just kind of like looking for stuff to talk about. And it's an article about 6 months after losing its business license, what is happening at the Conjuring house. Because I was sat here wondering, what is going on with that place? Like, obviously, we know that it's not operational. We know that it's not got its business license. We know that it's not allowed to take on guests. But everything, like I say, it just went from 100 mile an hour up here to suddenly everyone just stopped talking about it. So this article does shed a little bit of light on what's gone on in the past few months with regards to it and where we sit with it. So let's get talking about it. 6 months after the town stripped the Conjuring house of its business license to operate as a business, all has been quiet at the paranormal tourist attraction. The guest parking area was empty and behind a locked gate. Tuesday, May 20th, nobody could be seen on the property when the Providence Journal reporter visited that afternoon. The only sign of possible occupation was an exterior electric light that was lit in the corner and the centuries-old farmhouse that inspired the 2013 movie The Conjuring and the universe with almost a dozen films. Police Chief Colonel Stephen J. Lynch told the Journal that the local police have seen no signs or activity at the house, nor have they had contact with the owner Jacqueline Núñez, and neighbours who lived across the street from the house, who declined to give their names, said the property has been quiet lately. Again, highly surprising. I truly thought, in my mind of minds, when this was all kicking off, and I think we all thought to a degree that this was just going to keep on going. She was just going to just be like, forget it. Like, the rules are not for people like me. Because don't forget, at this period of time, when she was going on this, like, huge, I don't know what you would call it, she was claiming that she had friends in the United Nations, that she was, you know, she was tagging in Joe Biden into her email threads, because Joe Biden at the time was president of the United States. She had friends in high places. She was the savior of humanity. And it almost seemed as if she deemed herself or thought herself to be above the law. So it's truly surprising to see that she's kind of abided by the law, abided by the rules and boundaries that are put in place, and has just walked away from it all. Now, interestingly, the article does not actually stop there. So the next question is the Conjuring house actually empty? So owner Núñez, on a text on Wednesday, May 21st, told the Providence Journal that she has not been to the house because she's been threatened to stay away from Rhode Island. Quote unquote, "It is not abandoned," she said. "A vacant house is not an abandoned house." Very interesting. So obviously we all know what actually happened to the Conjuring house. So on November 18th, the Burrillville Town Council voted unanimously to deny the renewal of the Conjuring house's license to operate as a business over concerns of missing paperwork and approvals in the paranormal attractions license renewal application and erratic behaviour on the owner's part. Although the license expired as of December 1st, it wasn't until a week later that the police enforced its closure, when officers discovered overnight guests trying to get to the business. Now, it's all very weird, because obviously I know we had some posts as well recently with Jacqueline Núñez calling out Jason Hawes over on our Facebook page, right? And she, you know, had some back and forths with stuff like that, where, you know, she claimed that Jason was not only an assassin, right, or a hitman. She also claimed for him to be an international terrorist. Claimed that he was trying to blow up her neighbor's house while she was there or something. It was kind of crazy, and Jason Hawes was really the kicking post for Jacqueline when where everything seemed to be crumbling around her. She would just take out her frustrations on Jason Hawes, who was completely innocent in all of it. It was weird to see because, you'd understand if she was like taking it out on the people that were calling her out. Like, if she started having a go at me, I'd be like, fair enough. I am contributing and talking about this situation. But Jason was also talking about it. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like, he wasn't. He was just being like, be careful. But I guess it's because he's such a prominent figure. It's just like, well, kick the biggest post you can, I suppose, in the hopes that it will make some difference. But yeah, I'm surprised to see that Jacqueline's left it be. I'm surprised to see that she claims it's not abandoned, but it's uninhabited. We'll call it uninhabited because it is uninhabited. It doesn't seem, based off of that, as if she's made any efforts that we're aware of. Let's be fair here. That we're aware of to renovate the home as of the Burrillville town's recommendations, because that was the whole reason or one of the main reasons as to why the business license got cancelled or declined, was because the property was in a pretty bad state and it was unsafe for guests. The fire department stated that the sprinkler system just didn't work, so that needed to be fixed before people could go in. And if she could fix that and fix up her behaviour in the community, go for it. She could have the house back and it could operate as per usual. As of right now, there is no movement on it. I know Elton Castee and Matt Rife were looking to buy it. Matt Rife was obviously the comedian, Elton Castee from the Overnight YouTube channel. They've been told that they can't have it by Jacqueline, and then I've heard rumours, and I've tried to reach out to Elton, but he saw the message but didn't reply to me. Which is fine. I don't expect a response ever, but just for transparency's sake, that they were interested in buying a different property. I don't know where that is. Like I said, I tried to find out, but they didn't reply, so I don't know where that is right now. I was curious as if they were still trying to pursue the Conjuring house, but I don't think they are. I just don't feel as if the house will ever reopen, unfortunately. It just seems like that's the way that this is going. It doesn't seem as if there's going to be any movement because, well, apparently Jacqueline's being threatened out of to keep away from Rhode Island. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting, very interesting. Let's not forget she's also going to court and stuff with regards to the DUI that she got and erratic behaviours and erratic driving. So yeah, there's that as well. Obviously, she's not a saint, but who is in this world, I suppose? Let's not give her too much flack because, ultimately, yes, she conned people out of money. Yes, she scammed a lot of people along the way. But at the same time, I think ultimately, looking at it from hindsight, she is a little bit of a victim in this. To a degree. I'm not going to give her too much leeway. But what do you guys think? Do you think the Conjuring house will ever reopen? Do you think we'll ever see it back at its former glory? Or do you think this is where this great property just goes to die? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Way down there, jump to get the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace. Stop recording.